Money, sound money. Okay, guys, ugly old goat. Oh man, I screwed up big time. But you know what? This is all good because you're going to learn more from my mistakes and what I teach because I screw it up too, and I did on this one. So I'm going to go through mainly you're going to learn more from my mistakes than my successes because everybody wants to look at the success. You know, if you followed me on this one, hopefully you followed my rules and not the rules I followed. But the main thing that I did here wasn't really that the trade was wrong. I went in and surprisingly bought that dip and I saw the market reverse. The only mistake that I made when I saw the reversal, I got very bullish and bought a whole bunch of Bitcoin. But what I didn't do is use a real close stop. I didn't have much in that account. I mean, I started with point 0.1 and it was at 0.177 and I thought we reversed. And, you know, if I'm going to go in there and jump in like I did and I bought like 5 Bitcoin over $100,000 worth of the spot, I should have at least had a very close stop on it. And I did not do that. So, and so the mistake was I let that equity drop down, and I saw it. I said, "Oh, this thing's just going to come." You see the thinking? You see, well, it's going to come back. We always we always hope on our losers, and we fear on our winners, and that's what I did. I should have just gotten when I put on that big position, that's when I should have been not hoping but fearing. Used a close stop. I could have hedged it back up, could have sold, be in a flat position now. And then technically, I can show some things. I mean, the, the thing is, we had that breakdown, and I had some good fills. There's a couple things I can teach you. One thing, if you get a partial fill, it's almost always going to go back there. 95% of the time, and I did. I got a partial fill on that June contract, and then it went on the upside. Well, when I saw that reversal, I jumped on board, which there was nothing wrong with that, okay? Nothing wrong with that kind of an aggressive trading. But if you're going to trade aggressively like that, I should have put an extremely close stop on it so I didn't lose any equity or lose very little equity. And the market rallied. I could have, you know, it's just if and buts for candy and nuts. So this is, well, I say, this is wrecked but not ruined. It's okay, guys. If you trade, you're gonna get wrecked, and I don't mind. I don't have enough in an account that it's going to hurt me. Okay, ever. And if you start adding to account and adding to account and adding to an account, that is what's going to hurt you. Now, what am I going to do? Well, I am going to replenish my account. The first thing, I originally was going to start with point 0.1, but I'm going to start this next time with point 0.3 because I have a hard time. I teach that you choose to become a small trader again, but it's hard to adjust. Particularly, it was hard for me to adjust to just be trading one Bitcoin. Now, that's how I started out. I was just trading when I first started way back in 2013, but it's really hard for me to trade that small. So I'm going to put in a little bit more this time, point 0.3 Bitcoin, because I do think that we're approaching the bottom if we have not already reached it. And today was just who knows, you know. But I mean, and it's possible we could still go break this market down to 14,000. I mean, there's, you know, it's very, very possible. I don't think it's likely. I think we have bottomed out, and I think we're just going to dilly dally around in here, and then all of a sudden go up. But who knows? But I wanted to get on and, you know, look. I said when I was going to do this, you're going to see all my trading warts and all, and you have, you know, you saw me, and I've done a horrible job of trading. Now I've got a lot of things, other things I'm working on. The other thing too is you really have to focus when you're trading, and I should have. I didn't have a game plan really coming into today. I got that fill when the market broke the first time, and then I saw the rally, and I guess it was a little bit of FOMO because I didn't want to miss out because I am looking for Bitcoin to go up substantially. So, at any rate, I just wanted to get on here because I did this publicly. I have what I teach is you can take a very small amount and turn it into a large amount. Now, what did I do right? Well, one of the things that I did right is I never had much money in the account. And so that was, now imagine if I had a whole lot in there, then it would be a whole lot different. But what I didn't do is when I doubled and tripled my equity, when I went to 2 or 3x, I did not cut back. I got greedy. So what I really need to do is use discipline myself if I'm going to teach you guys, okay? Because this is how I've done it in the past. It's like I said, this is probably the worst thing I've always said the worst thing that can happen to you as a trader is that you're successful right away. Trading's not easy, guys. It's hard. But it can be very rewarding, and I've done very, very well at it. So again, everything that you're looking at, the studio, the institute where we're going to have our trading seminar, that's all been built with Bitcoin and through trading. So that's important. So anyway, I just wanted to know is there anybody asking questions? No? Okay. Well, that's what I want to get on. I'm here. If you have any questions, I kind of will go through what I did. Let's go to the Twitter, and you can see, scroll down. Let me scroll down to, you can see the Z. Yeah, scroll down. What's my, I didn't, that wasn't a good picture. At any rate, I will, mine doesn't look like I had it, but scroll up. Well, you're right there. Yeah, I didn't post the position I had. That was a wrong picture. I did. I caught that dip, and then I bought, the rally, and of course now since then it's gone back down. But what I did was I actually bought about $100,000 or 5 Bitcoin worth of the perp, which was okay. That's a fine trade, but I should have put a very, very close stop on it because this is one of these things where it should have gone up. Now, the other thing is, too, it took out yesterday's highs, but didn't take out the 2-day high, which should have been a big red flag when the market could not go through that two-day high. And in fact, I did have orders to trim up there. I think at 2,800, it went to about 2,790. And the moving averages bought there at 2,790. So I do think the moving averages probably have to turn down, and then you can buy it. So I am a big believer in positioning myself, before a market breaks out. And anyway, I just want to get on. Guys, you saw how it worked. You saw me, I shouldn't have let it all go back. Sometimes do as I teach you, don't do as I say. It's difficult if you've been a large trader, it's really hard to become a small trader. Now, I'm really a small trader at 0.1. In fact, every other year I've used more. So what I have done is I'm replenishing the account, but I'm not going to go with 0.1 because that's just not enough. So I'm going to put 0.3 in, which is right now about $5,000, maybe $6,000, between $5,000 and $6,000. And I think that will give me a little bit more leeway because, I want to be I want to show you how it can be done and how you work a market. And so that's what I want to be doing. One of the articles that we might, let me plug my book a little bit because here's what I teach. It's called Equity Trading. And this is a hardback edition. You can get it on our website. I sell it as a start kit. You get both of my books. You get the ebook edition, and you'll get a whole bunch of other stuff for $199. But there's a study in here and I've written articles. You can go to the website and find them. I can't just relate to them. But let's see. Yes. And this is the part here. We had one of my members actually tracked all my trades when I took this was over a period of a year and a half, and I started with $5,000 and turned it into $1 million. And he did a statistical analysis. You can see the trend. This is every one of those lines is a week. Then he did a scatter study on it. Now, we have not kept up on this equity app because not because the equity app has changed, but every time the market, one of these platforms put on new contracts, it just disrupts the equity app, and so it's impossible to keep up on it. But anyway, if you want to get my book, this is it. You also will get this. Can you go to the there it is. You're going to get this book, which is my first book. They'll both be hand signed by me. You're going to get, we call it a starter kit. You're actually going to get one of these beautiful embroidered bags. Okay, and you're going to get a jade wallet, which is really cool. These are worth $50 by themselves. You're going to get either a Spanish or English edition. You can take your pick of Bitcoin Money. It's a book for children, and the little Bitcoin book by Jimmy Song and his crowd. You're going to get Knut Svalheim's book on sovereignty through mathematics, and Seyfedin's book. Now, you might already have these, all of them or some of them, but just give them away because these are our gifts. If you buy my two books, they're a gift to you. Again, the whole package is $199.95. Now, the other thing is that I'm going to announce today, I'm going to be at the Pacific Bitcoin Conference. That's next week. I think it's Thursday and Friday. And if you're going to there, I'd be glad to hope to see you there. And then right after that, the following weekend, we're going to have our Rekt but Not Ruined workshop. So if you want, and that's from November 13th through the 23rd, or through the 20th, and that comes on a Sunday, and it's for 7 days and 7 nights. We'll actually be living together and trading together. We'll be going to the wine country together. We'll be going to the Baja 1000. If you've never seen the Baja 1000, don't miss it. It's a lot of fun. I have 20 beds available. And this is the first time we've done anything like this, so we'll find out. Hey, I'm going to put this on if only one or two people show up. You'll get a real. We'll have a real nice time, just a little closed group. But again, it's $3,000 if you're not a member, and you'll get a lifetime membership. Our members that have subscribed to my newsletter and subscribed to the website, it's $2,000 for them. But if you come and you're not a member, you will automatically be a member. So at any rate, I just wanted to get on. Guys, I told you this is going to do this publicly. You saw how it worked. I blew it. I should have never allowed that account to drop and Z it out. I just shouldn't have allowed it, but I did. And I made a fundamental beginning trading error. The only thing I did right, again, is it was a small account. I don't trade with anything that I cannot afford to lose. And I never added to that account. And that's the key. So I did get wrecked, but now I will be starting over again, and we'll see if we can do it this next time. Like I say, I can do this a lot of different times because, if we turn it into several hundred thousand, even 100,000 or millions, which I've done in the past, and then all of a sudden you see why, how things work. And trading is not easy. It takes time. If you think you're going to make instant riches trading, well, you might get lucky. But you know what? If you can't play the game, you'll never be lucky. So what I teach is always make sure you can play the game, because then eventually you can get lucky. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Oh, ask me anything, Shively. Okay, Shively's there. Anybody there? We don't have anybody out. Any questions, guys? All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. At any rate, you got to see, this is the opposite of all these guys that say how great they are. You know what? Traders, there's a guy, Trader Tom, and he actually wrote a book, a good book that I recommend. It's called Best Losers Win. And that's backwards thinking, but it's the correct thinking if you're a trader. You're not always going to have sunshine and roses when you're trading. And it's not really whether you win or lose. It's how you handle your losses. If you handle your losses correctly, you're going to be a big winner.